Have you ever lived somewhere near where there was an alarm system of some kind to warn you of danger? When I was a very young boy, preschool age, like 4 years old, I can remember going to visit my mother's parents down in Georgetown, Delaware. And their house was right across the street from the volunteer fire department. And as a boy of 4 years old, 5 years old, what I remember distinctly is the sound of the siren going off at the fire station. And that woke you. You jumped out of bed as a little kid. This alarm starts. And I would get out of bed and stand at the window and I'd watch and I'd wait. And you'd see cars and trucks come to the fire station. And then eventually the engines would be turned on and the lights would start going and the sirens, and away they would go. Some people, some of you, may have lived somewhere where you were in tornado territory and where there was an alarm system to warn you of an impending tornado. In other parts of the world, there are tsunami warnings and earthquake warnings. Florida, there are lightning safety warnings where horns will go off, and then there'll be another one to sound the all clear. Well, in Joel chapter 2, there is another type of danger, and there is an alarm that's being sounded. Joel 2 is, "Blow the trumpet in Zion, sound the alarm on my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord is coming. It is near." And so this is a cry of alarm at the approaching catastrophe, which in this case, it's not thunder and lightning, it's not a tsunami, it's not a hurricane or an earthquake or a flood. It's a plague of locusts, which are devastating the land. And what Joel is calling the people to do is to prepare and look out and get ready. Danger is coming. And whenever an alarm is sounded, and in this case it would be the priest blowing the ram's horn, what's known as a shofar, to warn of the imminent danger. And that's something we read about in the Bible, the use of the shofar, or ram's horn, in this way. You hear about it in Hosea and in Amos, in Zephaniah, and even in the final book of the Bible, in Revelation. So part of what I think about with Joel chapter 2, verse 1 is, first of all, are we aware of approaching danger? It's always tragic when people get caught up in a disaster and they didn't realize it was coming because they didn't get the word of warning. Joel doesn't want any of his people to miss. There is a catastrophe coming, and we need to be ready. So sound the alarm and get prepared.